All right. So we got Mech Bay this morning.
See you down here in the hole.
Pretty much. One day, I guess. Did a reinstall of the mod. Okay. So we gotta make some money. And then we gotta go to a different system. So, where are we gonna go? Four and a half star. Lyran Commonwealth, Free Rossahog Public. Arid. Good morning, Rakesh. Half a star, half a star. 14 days travel.
Lost in time and space.
Thank you, Moronic Panda, for the sub. One heart, one mind says meow. Well, I'm sorry for your forced conversion into an animal. I hope you recover rapidly and completely. These places don't really have stuff we want to fight. It's just local government. Even though the difficulty is the right difficulty, travel time is a bit long too. Okay. Three and a half. Oh, we were gonna turn shit, before I forget. We're also gonna turn the variance up a little bit again. I think back to 2 is fine. Okay. Good morning, Crusader. Where are we going? Three and a half stars, 3 stars, 5 stars, 17 days. Yes. Going there. Russell Getty. All missions will be 5 stars there. Okay. Ah, nice to hear, Crusader. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, that's cute, Tennessee. It's a cute title. Okay, so let's take a look. Our mechs need 1 day of time. I think our pilots need more than 1 day, but let's at least run the 1 day. Okay. Reinstall happened, Angramar. Yep. So we now have difficulty by location enabled. I also turned off random spawns. All right, how's the barracks looking?
You have returned.
Welcome back, Gondridge. Thanks for 23 months.
Hi.
Plenty of pilots, so that's not a consideration. Turned off random spawns, correct. Can you do that mid-campaign? I did it, I reinstalled the mod, which allows you to keep your save files. I have no idea if I can do it mid-campaign, hope so. Otherwise I'll have to reinstall and put it back in. All right, so we're gonna travel again. Traveling again right now is not particularly financially smart, or especially when we're about to spend a lot, because 2 of our mechs have just completed, right? Our 4-ball Marauder is functional right now. And we need to sink a fair amount of money into Chat's Baby and the catapult. So, we probably want to finish up the missions in this system and then go, basically. Or at least finish up a couple of them. We need money for the Argo engine repairs again. So, yeah. Okay, so let's do that now. We'll run a 5-star here. 313, 313, 1.3 million. Are they versus anyone I care about? Pirate organization. How about 417? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So we will not have all of our mechs available for this, unfortunately. But we'll have a fair number. 6 of 7. Okay. Oh, we got pilot promotions, though. Good morning, Scott. Yes, Weinstein. Whether or not it actually increases the difficulty to a palatable level, we don't know yet. We're gonna check that out today. Today is the assessment day for max tonnage 5-star missions to see if they are scaling appropriately to the challenge that we want. You always knew Filthy was a filthy Lyran. Don't know what a Lyran is. All right, but it's probably true. Whatever it is. All right. Grab that. This is the last called shot mastery? It is, okay. It's the faction I'm working for, okay.
Training complete.
Alright, Care Bears looking good. Cold Fire's waiting on stuff. Deadeye is looking good. Death Crusade. Death Crusade has some decisions. We're now at 5 guts, 5 piloting. I think we want to start getting called shot bonuses.
Mech warrior training.
Okay.
What can I do? Yeah, I hear ya. Waiting for orders. Standing by.
Mora, who is building as what? Flanker. Which is this. It's ace pilot plus tactician, right? Why does he have so many points? Must have brought him on a couple missions and not leveled him. All right.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Looks good. Pathfinder is fine. Pericles waiting on Warlord, presumably. Nobu looking good. All right. I think Dustraker was ready for another mission there. Okay. So Nobu's piloting is what, 6, which means we're running piloting 8. Piloting 8 is the good one number for failure chance, right? Let me double check on that. Activatable equipment failure on the clan mask is at 8 is 0/0. That's the one I want. And yeah, okay, so she's perfect then on the rest of it. All right, so mission time. To get the difficulty sorted out. Title, friend, title. Okay. Let's Piloting 6 is piloting 8 is pretty good. And we want this one. This is what we're saving for. All seems pretty nice. Let's get in our mechs and blow some shit up. Which I believe is the absolute requirement of any mech pilot. All right, also, I mean, we got to do this by size, right? It's got to be size. The beta pulse. The balls. More balls. Oh. Wait, the line breaker? Oh, line breaker's 55. Okay. Valkyrie. Centurion. Okay, Sister Nobu will be piloting Redshift. 4-ball needs double recoil. Gunnery 7 does do that, as long as there is a plus gunnery. There is. Deadeye is called shot, though. Does the Centurion run plus gunnery? -1 recoil with autocannons is the equivalent. Well, what's the recoil on this thing? It's like 4, right? Oh no, we need somebody else for that. We need somebody with 8 gunnery skill then. Okay, Death Crusade could run that. He just got 6 tactics, decent called shots, but not perfect. Where's Test 9 or Deadeye? Deadeye's only at 7 gunnery. He needs to go 1 higher. So it's probably Death Crusade in the Centurion. It's an officer. 7-5. We're not bringing the spider apparently, so that's okay. So don't have to worry about indirect fire for this one. We need to run some rookies. Care Bear and Mora both being rookies. I think Mora with these can run the pulse. Get in the pulse boat. And Care Bear on the line breaker. Okay. Got some little bit more tricky piloting on these ones. This is Tactician and Warlord, but not Ace Pilot. That could be here. And then Deadeye on triple P. 7. See, I want these called shots. I guess snub-nosed called shots are pretty good. Like that. All right. Let's do it. We will have some serious mech time here in probably about 2 hours, chat, because we have new fittings to do on the heavies. Got to fit that catapult out, and we got to fit the Heliopolis out. Heliopolis has started the fittings. The catapult has not been touched yet. Oh shit, I forgot to try to disable VTOLs. I don't think it was an option, but it might have been. Also, guys, happy Saturday. Good morning. I'm really hoping, because if we don't get the difficulty up in Roguetech, I will be done playing Roguetech. So I'm really hoping that today, when we get to the 5-star land, we will start seeing the missions be adequately challenging. The variance idea didn't end up being what we thought it was. Variance is just mission variance, not variance on the mission, but variance on the generated missions. So mission variance is back at 2 right now, because having a slight range at the location is good, but we just want to see 5 stars. Okay. Yes, Hayakim, it does seem to be that your lance size goes up super rapidly once you've gotten past 4. Going from 4 to 5 is a lot harder than going from 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. Yeah, I didn't know that's what the variance did either. I thought the variance was the hidden mission variance on a mission, but apparently that's not something that's customizable. Yep. Which is fine. It doesn't have to be. Okay. Let's let stuff happen. Can't let stuff happen, apparently. Sure. Alright. This is our Centurion. Up we go. Beautiful color scheme. Very pretty Centurion. Like it a lot. Alright. Nobu up. Nobu is in the new and improved Redshift, which quite impressive.
On the move.
Quite impressive. Although I do miss the jump range. Jump jets seem kind of bad in this game,
Commander.
but maybe not. All right. Up we go.
Here we go.
It's not for a new campaign. I did reinstall the mod from last night with static planets, which is what we're going to do today. So you can keep your save file while changing that setting if you just reinstall the mod, which is what we did. 48%ers here. Sure. Oh, I didn't mean to tag barrage that. Oops. Okay. Turns out it was fine. Yes, I've checked the navigation map. There are 5 stars there. We will be going to one of them. Alright, I can get a block shot there. Seems to be the best we can do. We're going to take a block shot anyways. There's not that much of a penalty to taking a regular move as opposed to a sprint. We will give him some PPCs. And by some, we mean 1.
Awaiting
We will
orders.
give him 1 PPC. Is this the new round? Phase 8. No, this is the old round. Okay. A javelin. Wait, did we just shoot him or did he shoot us? Oh, our AMS fired. Kind of. All the overlapping ECM bubbles kind of stack. These are jammer. This dark blue is jammer. The jammers, every field of jammer that my opponents are affected by is +1 jamming for them. So even if the field's like a 5 strength jamming field, it's only +1 for having additional. So it takes the strongest one and adds +1 for each one affecting. But all the other ones are different. So some of them do stack, yes. And yes, there's a lot of E-War. E-War is very fun in this game. I'd recommend checking it out. Difficulty question mark. Yes, difficulty question mark. All right, this is round 20. This guy is already gone. He is a 2 SRM 6s with LKs. LKs are more susceptible to AMS. This is the Crusader we've been wailing on apparently. 65-ton mech. Grouped up with a helicopter. We used our tag barrage last turn, which is fine. This is a snub-nosed PPC. We want to get closer, and we want to... is this in our optimal? It's just barely out. That's barely inside our optimal. That's a pretty good move for us then. Take that. All right, found some more enemies. 90s on this guy. This is a light TB5 carrier. Oh, it's a vehicle. An ostrich back there. Don't know an ostrich. But I think we're going to take our shots on this guy. Debuffing his accuracy seems fine. Okay. Someone's just showed up out of nowhere on our side. Are there more guys to our side? Possibly.
Commander.
All right, pulses. It's probably about as good as we're gonna get. This will bring us in range next turn for some of these other guys.
Confirm.
Got to remember what we have for imaging now. So let's turn imaging on here. Don't have imaging here. We won't be turning imaging on here, boys. Shot there at 39, pretty sad. Shot there at 59, a little bit better. This is a fire starter. Are we happy shooting it in the front? Yeah, we can be happy shooting it in the front. We'll also rocket. This is fine.
Firing on target. Reporting critical hits. No long-range missiles remaining.
It's fine. That's what they're there for. All right. Centurion time. Autocannons available for side shot. The guy is somewhat fortified. Front shot on the fire starter with the autocannons is probably fairly valuable. Wouldn't even mind doing it from like right there. Is that optimal for us? Just outside of optimal. It's disappointing. It's literally one tile. We can get closer here. That will be inside autocannon optimal for us. How about there? Is that inside autocannon optimal but also flanking? Because that would be pretty nice. That is. Alright, that's a sprint into forest, so it will fuck our accuracy a little bit. But I like the shot location, and I like being in forest with enemies having still moves. Okay. Alright, only have 50% on him. Why so bad? Target move, target terrain, sprinted, weapon accuracy. We can warlord this for a little bit of accuracy. Take our shots here. Oh. The old AC-20 multi-shot. Feels pretty nice. Okay. Yes, the autocannon 20 remains one of my all-time favorite weapons to use. Oh, you know what we could have turned on too was fucking our accuracy headgear. Feels bad. Okay, but we got the hits, so it doesn't matter. Who just fired a machine gun at me? And from where? All right, Sister Nobu with the new. Oh, but she can't. She can supercharge. She's at 8. Yes, piloting 8. Okay, we have some decisions to make. For example, one of them is: do we wish to kill this thing? The answer is yes, but the question is when. I think we want the line breaker to go next, so we're gonna reserve on Nobu.
Copy that.
So we write our own story in this game. Don't you always want to kill all of the things? Not quite. The decision is what can you afford to not kill, or what can you afford to kill more precisely, versus what do you have to just kill to keep your guys alive. This Griffin's gonna get a little bit more pounded than I wanted. I do like initiative in this game a lot. It's way better than the base game.
My heat sinks can't take much more of this.
It's unfortunate. Okay.
Aye, aye.
So Care Bear is currently running the Shadowhawk. That seems pretty good, but not perfect. That seems better. Okay.
On that.
I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Taking the top. Hustle eliminated.
Yep, MRMs. Feels good. But in the end, you kill them all. There's some missions you're allowed to retreat if you want, and really some of the killing is based around trying to capture valuable components, which means you have to kill them in very specific ways. But you're not wrong. You do eventually wish to kill all of your mercenary opponents, for sure. All right, getting in here. Seems okay. I like the no block shot. That's better rotation. Let's run to there. It always strikes me how weird how small it looks. It's actually quite a heavy mech. Alright, 4 PPCs on this asshole. Yes. This might even be a good warlord turn. Yeah, it is a good warlord turn. Missing 2 of them. At 80s. Fucking dude. Okay. Alright, no boost turn. This is probably a good tag barrage turn. We can probably kill the helicopter and maybe the light carrier. Alternatively, we can walk up and punch something. The punching is very fun. But I think I want to go to here. And then tag barrage. Wonder if I can get it farther enough back to not kill my own shit. Okay.
Go into full throttle.
I'm sure this base is unimportant to us, right?
Engaging target.
Didn't kill the helicopter, didn't kill the carrier. Okay. Alright, new round. This is actually pretty bad. This thing is unsteady, lost evasive, and going at 16. Our highest roll is a 21. So they're going faster than us on the helicopter. And apparently the locust. But we will need to stop the damage from these two. I guess this goes after here, but we need to stop the damage off this on our Griffin. The Griffin does make fitting considerations. One of them is an evasive issue, or is a stability issue, because the Griffin has a modified gyro. I'm curious, Falkegan, how the tag orbital goes, since I've not used that yet. It feels like it's probably just a much bigger tag barrage. Alright, this is the helicopter bugging out, which helicopters do about 75, I'd say 90% of the time. Alright, Nobu's up.
Yes, Commander.
We could go boomstick this thing. Unfortunately, this thing is not taking much damage from relevant locations. It's taking some frontal damage, but it's still got a lot of frontal armor left. Which is probably a weight in boomstick. It is annoying because helicopters represent some of the enemy's force strength. Probably not a lot, because it's probably not a very big loadout. They're not very heavy, the helicopters. But it still represents some of their stuff that's just dead.
Yes, Command.
Right, this is our autocannon. Can get close enough to... It's a little bit awkward on the flanking. To autocannon the light carrier. It's probably worth. Start softening up this guy too. I'm hoping to do that with the front range guys.
Yes, Commander.
Although maybe we should. Called shot on this guy could do some work. Taking out these legs, put him last in the initiative order, makes him a lot easier to deal with. I don't really want his mech, but that's what Death Crusade is in this mech for, is because he's got both the imaging and then also he has high tactics, so he can call shot easily. Alright, let's go for called shot on this guy. Okay. He's on fire anyways, 200% heat, but he will get an action. The heat roll for shutdown is at the end of your turn, not the beginning of turn. This is only a 79%. What does that look like with an offensive push? 43s. Get 2 shots. Alternatively, we can just shoot this thing. 74s, 2 shots. I'd rather take that. Okay.
Enemy vehicle destroyed. Aye, aye.
Alright, so we need to protect the Griffin as much as we possibly can. This is probably running here. I hate that we can't take advantage of that guy's flank, but we need to do damage. He's already gone this turn. We can deal with him next turn. So getting in here and shooting this thing. Shooting from the side. Which side is this? Right side? Right side is best side. We do want to do that.
Yes,
Okay.
Commander.
Take our sprint. Go to here.
Copy that.
Shoot it here.
Roger that.
Do nearly nothing. Well played.
Take that.
He did lose evasive. But round 19, we have nobody before he goes next. So he's going to get to go here. Maybe I should have taken the called shot. Someone's got a Gauss. Okay, he chose to just try to vent heat, which makes some sense, although he's venting heat in the center of a fire. So maybe not the most amount of sense he could have done. So that's their move.
Commander.
I feel like Nobu could probably just kill this Locust if we wanted. Alright. It's time to show off the new mech modifications. So we've got enhanced imaging on. We've got supercharge on. We've got clan mask on. And then we go sprint into move into V. Don't lie to me. We can get there. I don't believe you. Sprint. Yeah, there's no way we can't get there. Into move. Saw the targeting, melee targeting somewhere. There we go. Okay. We'll take the hit from this side, I think. Okay. Off we go. A guy who's running HMGs, heavy machine guns, times 1 billion. Okay.
Copy that.
Not a very good melee attack at 32% though.
Let's see how you like this.
Miss. Let's take a look at the boomstick. Boomstick also missing.
Miss.
Disappointing. Alright.
Commander.
Care Bear up. We have enemy mechs over there. I'd like to kill this helicopter because it annoys me that it exists, but we need to do damage to this. I saw a green, which is a full flank. Oh, but it's a full flank on that guy. This guy is entrenched and fortified, though, which makes him a really unappealing target.
Awaiting orders.
Okay. Wait, how do I not see the helicopter from there? Guess we go here.
Roger that.
Could take a shot there. 20 is pretty bad. This guy looks like he's protected by some sort of ECM field over there. Target move plus 10. Now he's just very fast. It's a lot of evasive pips. Okay, this is probably better. We can also countermeasure this guy.
Roger that. Score to critical hit.
I think that was an eject from him. Sure. Alright, PPCs. From behind on that guy. Although we're pretty close to overheating. We want to move. A walk is good here. We got our stability under control. I don't have good LOS on anybody else without a sprint. That's not ideal for our stuff. Well, let's do that. I don't know about heat right now. I'm probably not going to be able to fire everything. Can sensor lock it. Which will remove one of its evasion pips. 42 is too many. Go down to 1. This is presumably okay. Go down to 2. Actually did get a hit off. It's nice. Alright. ERPPC's up. Can't quite get behind that thing. This is the end of the round. Can't get a side shot on him, which is okay, I guess. I have no other good shots besides whatever that is on the helicopter, which is probably going to be shit, but it might not be. We'll take a look. Alright, go in there. 50s on that. 80s on this helicopter. Can multi-target. Okay. Give a little bit of love to both them. Why does this PPC do 40 damage? But these ones do 50. Oh, because it's versus a different target. Okay. Double misses there. One hit there. Okay. That's not a stub nose. That one is a ER PPC, so it's not worried about fall off at all. Confidence and accuracy boost for us. Did he just target acquire us? He may have. Alright, so let's take a look at some rolls here. This thing rolled an 18. We're currently 19 on 2 of our guys. So we get 2 more shots on him if we want. We could walk the snub nose over. Put some point blank snub nose shots into him. That sounds appealing.
Waiting for orders.
Like a little bit better rotation. Like that looks pretty good. Okay. Nice range on the snub noses. 42's an overheat alert. Still not cooled down off this shit, huh? Alright, we'll just 2 then. Another hit. I think we have stacking sensor impairment of 3 on him right now. So the Ultra AC, we're going to wait on that. He's going to get an action in all likelihood here if we wait. Is that okay? Alternatively, we could sprint over and shoot him in the fucking face, but it's not an optimal. Who likes shooting not an optimal? Not me. We'll give him an action. Alright. It's only a locust with machine guns. Might not even be his turn. If there's another thing at 18, might be our turn again before him. He's proving very difficult to hit. Uh-oh. AI bugging again? No, okay, there goes the locust. It's behind us with machine guns, certainly a little scary. Took a shot at the urban mech. Questionable call, locust. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Let's turn off. Well, we may need these. Do we need these to get there? Definitely want to turn off the mask. We'd probably like turn off the supercharger. We can still melee it, so that's fine. Melee from behind is probably our best bet. What's the locust armor like? Won't let me check right now. Left side, best side for doing damage. Armor, it's a one shot from behind. So no, probably actually backside, best side. All right, so we're gonna go melee. This is backside like that. Okay. Dude, 28%, 84 on the melee though. You don't have to boomstick it. All right. Let's go for the spine. His weak point. Found it. Rip spine. Thanks for playing. Okay. Full Nobu once. Okay. The chiropractor. It's cute, babe. Alright, I'm kind of expecting them to move towards us a little bit. Might reserve here.
Waiting for the right move.
But who knows? They might be long range mechs.
Awaiting orders.
They're already gone.
Copy that.
Redeemed lore. I think you're supposed to add a message to that. This is to get Filthy to listen to lore. All right, towards the end here. This is round 11. Doesn't look like I can get in range. If I'm gonna do that, I should I mean, we could get the target zone. See if there's any other spawns. Okay. Secure the facility to collect the sample cases. Done. And this is the secondary one then? Maybe it was a mistake to do this. Sometimes I don't want it to end the mission before we're getting the secondary objective. If the secondary objective is optional, it may do that. Planners once conquered a planet by winning a game of football. Sounds pretty dumb. Okay. Oh, PPCs. It's a good turn for heat reduction. I guess we're gonna sprint to there. We are 2-bar stability on this, but it's the best chance for getting. That's okay. Getting in range next turn.
Aye, aye.
Alright, don't need this on then. Sprint.
We'll go.
Need to get somebody in that zone over there. Oh, this is, which is primary? This is primary, okay.
Yes, Commander.
Alright.
We'll go.
The asset is in hand, Commander.
Get to the evac zone. No, I don't think we'll be doing that. I think we will be removing this guy from existence. Has he made that difficult? I don't think so. Second enemy over there, I guess. Backing up. What's a Hollander size-wise? I don't know, but he's got a Gauss, I believe. So we probably want to kill him and take his weapon.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, Nobu is nowhere near anything useful, but we can fix that.
Affirmative.
35 ton? Ew. Okay. That's probably a pretty tiny Gauss. But maybe not. Alright, Snubnose. Can't really get LOS.
Looking out.
Good term for venting heat on that, I guess. Okay.
Commander.
All right, we can walk over here and shoot this guy with an autocannon in positions that he probably would not enjoy. Sounds like glorious things. Get a called shot on him too. I really think we should consider getting breaching shot on this guy.
Move order received.
All right, so he's currently vulnerable to being shot in the face. All right, where do we want to hit him? So this is a, don't know the size of this mech. Ostrich, I think it's like a 65 tonner. He's currently unwounded. I think we want to leg him. All right, let's see what we have for called shots. 61 on a leg. Let's go for it. Which leg is that? I want to leg his left side. Is that his left leg? That is his left leg. Okay. Hit both legs. Once each. It's fine.
For orders.
Okay. Can get PPCs on the Hollander. Or get over here and shoot him. Seems pretty good. Let's go there. Hey guys, when you redeem lore, does it not give you the option to add the message as part of the redemption? Because that might be a setting issue on my part if you're not getting that option. It doesn't. All right, let me fix that. All right, 2 seconds. Manage rewards. Edit. Require viewer to enter text. Yes. I thought I'd leave it as an option, but I assume because the option for me is what I said. It's a toggle that says require viewer to enter text. I assumed that meant the viewer would have the option, which is what I was trying to leave it open to be. But if you guys don't have the option, it's probably because the thing isn't giving you the option. So let's fix that. All right, done. Okay, let's continue with our mission. All right, so we have options of PPCs here. We may be able to leg him, did some damage, or we could just do some damage here. 92%. He's got 1 Gauss rifle standard. Doesn't sound very exciting to me. I don't know where it is. I feel like coring a mech with PPCs, so let's do that.
All weapons unknown.
Okay.
Hostile eliminated.
Awaiting orders.
All right, this is not a bad mech for shooting out legs. This would be left side legs, I believe. Let's go there. Let's turn on imaging. Let's take a called shot. Going for the legs.
Affirmative.
Didn't do anything. Okay. All right, we have called shot at him twice. Presumably it will impact his initiative. All right, Nobu is not really big on the precision killing. So we're just coming there.
Copy that.
What do they roll for initiative? 16, pretty low.
Commander.
All right, Snubnose is okay for precision shooting. Get a sensor lock there is good. I didn't, what? I literally clicked sensor lock on that target and then I just walked over there like a scrub. Feels pretty bad. Okay.
Commander.
All right, need another called shot here. Plus accuracy if we flank it.
Roger that.
Still left leg. Somehow didn't get it.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Somehow. 14 health.
Aye, aye.
This is round 17, so it doesn't matter. Let's go get our secondary objective.
Moving to position.
Good to go.
All right, ERPPC time. Should be able to take the legs off. The problem is what else happens? Right leg.
Yeah. Confirm.
Perfect. All of his body parts orange. I mean, it's actually not bad to do that if we were trying to get, if we could get him to bail out, but it doesn't look like he's bailing out. We'll walk over here and shoot him in the leg, I guess. So what's gonna happen when we do that? Leg's gonna blow. Does he keep anything in his leg? No, but the damage is gonna travel up, and we're gonna travel 200 damage up. And it will travel from legs to, I think it's, is it side or center torso for damage travel from legs? That will kill the side torso if we do that. Side. So we want to shoot him in the right leg then. I don't know why we're doing this to this guy, just because.
For orders.
I don't like him. Alright, right leg. Is that even in optimal? Might not be in optimal. Okay.
Moving to position.
Right leg. Okay, one miss, one hit. Got right leg.
Critical hit, Commander.
Knocked him down. Okay. It will be his turn in a minute, though, unless my teammates take off his leg. They'll probably just shoot him in the fucking torso and screw it up for everybody. There it goes. Left leg, called shot. That's what we want to see. It's like 2 health. Got him. Legged him. Fantastic.
We have the secondary asset.
All right.
Bring it home.
So we got to see a full spectrum of things. Get to see our quad PPC boat one-shot somebody. Saw Nobu pull a spine out. Got to try out our new called shot stuff on legs. Seems relatively good. Not sure how much damage we took. I don't think that much. All right, there are 4 Crusader parts of a 65-ton mech. 3 Ostrich parts. The Gauss rifle lived. A lot of clan machine guns, but not stacked. Clan heavy machine guns, I should be clear on. Some Thunderbolt 5s, another Beagle probe, which we need right now. Clan cockpit, which we don't really need. Engine core 300, quite valuable. Couple double heat sinks. There's a clan double heat sink down here. Patrick materials tier 3 is pretty exciting. Anyone know if we have Gauss ammo? A lot of very unexciting ammos down here. All right, from my list then, I think I'm going Patrick materials 3. The engine core 300. The Beagle probe. And the rifle. All right. quick scan if there's anything to replace the engine core. The engine core is a money pickup, really. Although we do have a number of mechs at a fairly decent size that we're building. The other ones that were interesting is the clan double heatsink, of which there's 2. That's about it. All right, let's grab this. Fire starter. I think that's our 5th fire starter. Oh, no, it's a baby fire starter. It's not a full fire starter. It's 35 ton. All right, Locust, Flamer, Gauss, SRMs, a couple more engine cores, but not good ones. Engine HS2 is not terrible. Can use that. We bought one recently. We could use it again because we have a number of 300, so getting the HS2s are kind of nice. And then a bunch of garbage. So kind of bad roll, I think, on the random loot, but not so much exciting stuff there. Not such a big deal one way or the other. All right. Centurion's been better than expected. I don't love the mech because it's just a single gun on it, but it's been doing pretty damn good, man. All right, 2 days repairs, sure. Just triple P getting hit a little bit. That's okay. All right. Are there other missions we wish to do before we leave this area?
Come on in.
These are all pretty generic 3 stars. Local pirates don't care. Board observers, local pirates. I mean, we can get melee gear, planetary government, hot landing, taking the bait. Okay, there's nothing else versus clan, guys. So this is probably mech bay time, right? Because we're 2 days off Argo upgrade. How's our barracks looking? It's pretty heavily fatigued right now. We need a couple days before pilots are back. Might be one more mission before we leave. It might be wait 2 days, get our mechs back, take a mission with the unfatigued guys. It's 3 days though. 3 days till we get 5 pilots back. That's okay. Start another upgrade before we go. Could do a money mission, yep. Is this game essentially endless? Yeah, although it's like Battle Brothers. You build your own goals for your end game. Like, for example, I would like to see an assault mech, and I'd like to fight assault mechs or possibly super heavy assault mechs. We'll see. Let's start getting upgrades on our things. So we need to have both these mechs in there. This is going to be some mech bay time. All right, let's start on Chat's baby here. All right. Could do money missions versus pirates, but we have to wait 3 days anyways, and that means we have mech bay time that's open, which means we need to fill the mech bay in. So we're gonna do that. We started with some customization of this guy yesterday, and I think these came off. We ended up on a 250 core, is that right? Okay. It runs a fuel cell. We wanted to get some more heat on there. I think we ended up going with LRMs, right? Do we have LRM long fires? They're supposedly heavy heat. We do. We have LRM 15 long fires for extra heat. What's the damage on the long gun? I promise we'll look at that when we bring the mech out, but while we're fitting it, we're not going to worry about it. Armor primitive is, of course, not where we want to be. We want endosteel for sure here, and we probably want ferrofibrous as well. Okay. Mech has lost weight. Also, the headgear is bad. It's all... Oh, we need things like... Do we need sensors? We don't give a I mean, I guess indirect fire does give us sensor sight for the LRMs. Okay. We need some basic jump jets on it. It's a heavy. We have to buy jump jets. Feels super bad. No, we don't. We have 3 right. We have them right there. What am I talking about? Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, overweight again. This probably needs to be clan ferrofibrous. Doesn't help with weight. Does help with number of slots. We need weight off of the headgear. Pirate fuel cell is a huge heat sink, basically. It makes your weapons only take 20% of their normal cost for stuff for heat. Now, it's super fucking useless here because the sniper artillery doesn't generate heat for shit. And the long fires don't. I mean, the long fires generate heat. This is, I guess, 30 set 2020 is 70. All right, we got to look at this stuff. We need sensors. This is useful. This is a cockpit mod. Sensor range is what we want. Sensor powered here then over primitives. How different is a regular fuel cell? Regular 60. This is 80%. This can't be removed though. So, what are the drawbacks? You can't add more heat stuff to it, basically, and you can't change some of the stuff around. Are we running Gyro XL on it? We have other gyros, right? Yeah, we are. I don't like fucking taggers. What else? We need ammo. This doesn't have any ammo on it yet. Do we have weight limitation? We don't have ways to get weight back on this anymore, do we? Just the headgear. We're gonna get the headgear primitives out so we can get regulars. Just for stuff. FCS and I don't think we called. So FCS indirect fire is only missiles, which is okay. We don't care so much on the gun. Could put that in. This is an FCS. Gives breaching shot. I don't really want this to. This already has. This doesn't have recoil. Lol. Oh, yes, it does. Recoil 4. Let me those lists at the top. Don't we have an FCS recoil as well? Or do we already plug that in? Tactics and piloting. Wish I could sort by actual mods, like which position. Battle computer, which I believe is a cockpit. No, it's sensors. This is too heavy, chat. We're not actually gonna be able to fit this. Well, that sucks. These don't weigh more, they just cost more heat, right? This thing doesn't want direct line of sight, and the mech is very slow, so we're not going to have direct line of sight. So mounting energy weapons is fairly useless. Unless we consider that just like random bonus time. But I mean, we still need so many things, right? We need a case. We need the ammo for the sniper artillery, which is the etc. I want 2 tons of that because I want to be able to fire a bunch of times. Why do I feel like there was some conversion we were doing that was a big weight thing? Not that many tons over right now, actually. We probably need the Beagle probe. Oh, we're out of slots now. Current core speed is 4 hexes, 4-7. What would lower core be? We actually don't have a. I thought we just looted like a core like 80. No, we don't have a core. I mean, we could buy a core. It seems really bad. There are worse cores, and the fuel cell weight does scale with the core that you're running, since it's a like 1.5 4 modifier. So this weighs 20.5. What if we went to a lower core? Going to a 150 is like fucking 10 tons back. Jesus. Okay, how do we calculate the movement speed? It's like the core divided by the mech weight. There's a minimum? How do we check the minimum? The minimum is mech weight times 2. So we can get a 150 in here. And was there a 150? I think there was. And how do we calculate movement again? I hate buying a 150 core because we have a million. We've sold a million of these, but. Alright, I want it, chat. External heat sinks required 4. It's engine divided by mech weight plus 1 tiles, you think? So this is gonna have 3. Maybe save before buy. Yeah, but the problem is we can't redo, we'd have to redo all the fittings if we do that. I guess you're right though, it is a million cost for this. Alright. Alright, I'll print screen this, throw this into Paint, and then take a look. Okay. And what was chat's comment here? Why does this mech have a fuel cell but no energy hard points? It's not my mech. The fuel cell is part of this mech variant. You can't change the fuel cell. Alright, so back out of this. Save. Okay. Alright. Mech Bay. Mech. Buy. 150. Okay. Breaks the fucking bank on that, but. Alright, so the 250 was giving us movement of 4.7. The 150 is giving us movement of 3.5. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about the tonnage. We'll figure that out. So we can fit this, although it requires external heat sinks times 4. And how much weight difference is this stupid thing? This weighs 10 tons as opposed to 20 tons, and the fuel cell goes down to 2.2 tons. Okay. Sure. This is gonna be just a walking gun, and it's not really even a walking gun. It's kind of like a crawling gun. Fucking out of E-War packages, really? Takes Advanced Warfare Systems Active Pro to Electronic Countermeasure Suite. 10-10 as opposed to 10-15. 10% weapon heat generated. Grants a 2 ECM field to everyone in range. Kind of does both. It's kind of like an integrated. Leaves me a little less defense, a little less range, but not much. Same sensor strength. I'm not so worried about sight. We're not going to have sight a lot of times. This is actually probably okay. Even though it's a quick sell. Can you make it a jumping gun? Oh, it will get jumping for sure. We're putting 3 of those on. So we're rebuilding the mech now with this as the core. Absolutely, chat. We're gonna love your new mech. The slowest, most annoying of mechs. All right, what kind of? It can't run 3 jump jets. It can only run 2. We don't have 2 improved. It's a bit of a problem. It's a tiny engine, but a big heart. So that's where we're gonna be. I don't know if we have so many points to put into this endosteel. Certainly don't want that. Or that. Wing system. Could. It's six location slots. Hey, Shiro. I would really like to get the 2 LRM-15 long fires on here. It has way too much leg armor. Look at this. Look how it carries all of its weight in its legs. All right. Don't want armor primitive, of course. We're gonna have to put a different armor on. We'll start with regular ferrofibrous. Okay. How is the heat right now on this? Is it manageable heat? I could put this more central. I could put this in here. And there's LRM ammo. These are direct fire, right? 1 accuracy direct fire, 1 accuracy with long range missiles, 1 evasion pip ignored. It doesn't have to be direct fired. 1 accuracy with long range missiles, more susceptible to AMS. 25% long range missile damage. Deals area of effect within 45. Additional area of effect damaged 4 to primary and secondary. -1 direct fire accuracy. Spreads large cluster bomb payout in target area. I don't think the no clan case is a bummer at all. All the clan case does is cut half a ton. I think we're gonna be fine on tonnage if we if we keep this engine core 150. So these probably do not have +1 accuracy. They do not. We're gonna want at least 2 tons of these. Oh, didn't like that. Why doesn't it like this? It was already disliking something. Is it the engine core? No, it's fine with the engine core. It's fine with the engine core. What doesn't it like? Oh, it's missing heat sinks. Okay, that's fine. Thanks. All right, we're gonna run some heat sinks on it. It needs a couple. 4, I think. That's what the engine requires. There we go. Okay. So that does make the... Oh, they have 0 weight, though, when they do this, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I've never had it just give the warning. The warning's always been accurate. So we're considering a partial wing system. It's So we could actually move with these. We don't need the heat reduction is the only thing. And it weighs 5 tons. The jump distance would be nice. So indirect fire penalty is the Artemis, the FCS Ballistic 3. No, it's not. The indirect fire penalty is the FCS Indirect 2. Gunnery off cockpit is fine. We could get tactics and stuff off the SLIC suite. Can live with that. Sensors primitive becomes sensors powered. Okay. Have to put LRM ammo back on, correct. I was considering running a couple of these things, we'll see. Like swarm. And maybe we can't fit the RD4s without changing the fire control system, and I don't really want to do that. Could run LKs. They're +1 accuracy, more likely to be AMS'd. Or we could run the double. Let's say we want to run LKs like this. So we're shooting how many missiles per moment? This is without endosteel right now. Thank you, Wet Bandit, for the 6 months. This is 15 missiles around each for 30 missiles. And how much ammo are we bringing right now? It's only 30 missiles. It's not that many. This is 120. So it's 4 shots per ammo package. So this is 4, 8, 12, 16 shots, which is probably more than we're realistically going to be using. I'm not sure how much I liked the swarm missiles. I guess they're okay if we're using the artillery for direct firing. Maybe we run just 3 ammo packs like that. The leg armor is ridiculous. We will move the leg armor around. Okay, what is this missing? It has E-War. It's missing a Beagle probe, but I don't think I can run a Beagle probe with this suite. I'm pretty sure those are mutually exclusive. Yeah, that is the active probe. It's active probe of... Active probe 2. Although we get only 1 off the sensor detection. So it's slightly less sight, but it builds the E-War in, which is a protector of 2 for 2 tons. Otherwise, we would run the Clan at 1 and the Beagle probe at 1.5, so 2.5. We may have the weight to run them both, and we may have the slots. And it is a slightly better bonus running both, although it does waste the Clan ECM for somebody else. Not running endosteel right now. So we don't have the slots. It looks kind of alright. So let's take a look at the heat stability on this. It's going to be super immobile. We need another jump jet H. Do they have jump jet H's here? Jump jet improved H rather, excuse me. No. We do need that though. Its current jump range is not good enough. Okay. It's not gonna move. I mean, okay, so heat off of these are 40 plus the artillery itself is another 30 for 70. So it's this is an 80% reduction. And actually it's 85 with pilot skills. We'll call it 80. What did we say, 70? So 0.8 times 70 is 56 heat generated. No, it's the other way. It's 0.2 times 70. It's 14 heat generated. RD minimum range really isn't that bad. RD minimum range is 120, and then it gets affected by skills twice. So I'm not worried about it being able to hit things. We're not going to have LOS. We're going to not have LOS a lot of the time. That's the point. Got a random heat sink down here. How do I feel about that? Well, we were considering trying to get that wing thing on here. Could we cut more armor? I can't replace the heat sinks because the heat sinks are part of the engine. So probably the only way to get more weight right now is endo steel. And endo steel takes the slots that the wing stuff needs. Could go clan ferro with endo steel, but regular endo is 15 reserved structure points or reserved slots. There's no way we're even close to that. What else might be useful on this? Large pulse. But 6 tons is not really something we're going to be able to add. What about plasma cannons weigh? And what's their optimal? Okay. Thunderbolts, probably not long enough range. Get an AMS. I would like this on this. Why can't this be equipped? Has no support locations on the entire fucking body of this thing. Feels bad. It really feels bad. No, the sniper artillery does not require LOS. It is artillery. Okay, so it's this. Save half a ton for upgrading this jump jet. Might be more than half a ton. This is 1.5 tons. This is 1 ton. No, it's half a ton. We gotta upgrade this jump jet. Do I care where the ammo is? Maybe. Do we need to strip some of this leg armor? What do we think we go down to, like 110 on the leg armor? And we need half a ton so we can go up on some other armor. I probably want to protect the sniper arm. Probably want it to protect this center, this torso. It's exact. Probably go down to like 75 on this. Go up on this. Oops. I don't know why that's not maxed. That gives us what we want. Armor has been moved to the side we care about. LRMs still have some protection, although the arm is weaker on that side. This looks okay. We have patchworks. We could throw one patchwork tier 3 on here to get a little bit more armor weight if we want. Do we want to do that? Armor weight would probably be spread across the center torsos. How much is 0.6 armor weight for us? So we could bring this up to 160. Bring that to 160. Be like that. And if we don't care about the armor weight, eventually we could throw in a mechs out now. Add the patchwork when you add the jump jet. It's a good idea. It's quite a good idea. Alright, so this backs down like that, I guess. Okay. Kind of wasted. You don't get to choose sometimes when you're getting shot, so having some stuff is good. Are we happy with the headgear? Sensor powered, indirect. I don't love the SLIC suite. It does give us one tactics though, which is nice. No, I actually do like that. It's gonna help with the indirect fire stuff. Okay, I think this is where we're at for Chats Baby. 9 days. We print screen it and see if we can get it cheaper in terms of cost or in terms of time. Yes, he won't be able to flee. That is correct. He won't even be able to fucking relocate in combat. Why doesn't it highlight? Redeemed becomes chat's next avatar. All right. They're foxing. Why doesn't it highlight that shit though? Stupid thing. Is there a highlight option on these things? I want to see these as highlights. Let me just double check on these. Background color. Activated nodes, we'll see that. Sure. What do I see? Yes, yes. So is the background color for that one clear? No, it's red. Highlight my message. Background color orange, but it's not for... These all have background colors. Wish it would highlight that shit. I mean, what the fuck is the point if it doesn't actually make it more visible? Okay. It's annoying. Okay. I don't think I can modify the... I don't think I can get the highlight for that, which is dumb, because the highlight was part of the point. So I gotta mess with that still, but we're still working on these rewards things, so we'll see. Okay, so this mech looks pretty good as is. We're gonna add tier 3 or maybe tier 2 things to mess with that. This is 9 days, 190k. I think this is just fine. All right, we confirm it. All right, we did have to spend over $1 million on that to get the core, which sucks. That's on us. We didn't realize we were going to be running smaller cores on bigger mechs. I always assumed we'd run bigger cores on bigger mechs. All right. Let's also then run the catapult. Is the next refit we need to do. Okay. Damn, maybe we should have fucking put one of those on there. I didn't even know I had access to one of these. It's also got just a regular ECM suite in here. Alright, so we would like to strip. We have more LRM swarm improved on here too. God damn it. do we want to run the third set of swarm on that instead of the direct LRMs? Okay. So this has endosteel on it, regular armor. Has 2 jump jet heavies on it. Needs a third. We need to get a core in here. What are we doing with this mech? Its weapon systems are 2 energy hardpoints on the chest, 2 autocannon hardpoints also on the chest. Arms are missiles. Close range SRMs. Do we have enough SRMs for this? LRM 20 times 4. We just built an indirect fire long range mech. What if we built a MRM SRM boat? These Streak 4s are fairly unfucking exciting. We have SRM 6s, right? So this would be running, of course, a Beagle, probably Guardian ECM. Difference between Guardian and regular ECM? Yeah, slightly. Okay. Maybe we would run one of the, gotta get an engine core in here. Probably want it to actually be able to move on its own. So put a 300 at least in there. We could decide about something like Spall Liner on it. Could make it tanky. I think we can run a shield in there. This thing, we might not be able to run shields in this mech. Hold on, let's take a look. No. What did it say the excuse was? Cannot install combat shield, mech support only up to upper. Okay, so it can't because there's not enough articulated components on this mech's lower arm. MRMs can indirect, apparently. So I mean, we got tons of fucking weight on this still. So the 2 options really are: can we get enough missiles on this to care? And if the answer is no, can we get enough autocannons on it to care? Those are our 2 kind of decisions to make through on this mech, from what I can tell. So we got a regular gyro on it. We got an XL engine on it. It's got okay armor at 150s and 210s. It's certainly heavier than our mediums. Cockpits are whatever. I think sensors basic may weigh more. No, it looks like it's just the same. So we're going to upgrade all the cockpit stuff in a minute. All right. What's the rough damage for just these missile volleys? 150, 50. Yeah, we don't have more MRM 30s. I think we have the tonnage to support it. The SRM 6s are doing 48. They require us to be a little bit closer too, unfortunately. These are 270s, these are 180.
Quitters never win.
Thank you, DHB88, for the gifted subs. You guys have been super generous to me in the last week here with gifted subs. Welcome, Saba and Garrett, courtesy of a DHB88.
Quitters never win.
All right, so these are 150, 50, 50, 50, which is actually a fair amount of damage, man. So we're looking at 300 missile damage here per volley. How much heat is this generating? 15, 6, 21, 21. Wow, the heat is so off the chart. Why are MRMs so good, man? So they have -1 accuracy, but their heat is nothing. Their damage is super high. Why so good? Any MRM launchers in the store? I don't think so. I'm also very dubious about spending any more money here. We're gonna have to sell a lot to make up for this. No MRM and launchers in the store. Okay. Armor is very light on this right now. It's doing what it's supposed to be in Nerf Fox. I would like some highlights on this shit for this stuff. That seems like it should be a very easy like change on that, but kind of exemptions from regular moderating is what I was thinking about them for. So we could put some of these repair things on this thing if we wanted. Maybe we seem to have a lot of weight on this right now, which is crazy. I'm not sure why we have so much weight. And this is without a gyro too. I mean, we can put there's a gyro dreadnought. Doesn't give us evasion pips, but lets us be close range. It also reduces weight, so we could, even if we wanted to, put more weight on this. We could pull the heavy MRM off of the line breaker, but I'm not sure. So it would be nice to use our other MRMs, right? That's the advantage of putting the missiles on. Question is, what would we do with other things? So how many LRMs could it fit? Could it fit like 1 million LRMs? I don't really need a third indirect fire LRM boat though. We can run MRMs and autocannons. There's no way that's gonna work, right? We did pick up that Gauss weapon. So we've got we have light Gauss and Gauss, and actually light Gauss might fit this pretty well. Optimal 360, optimal 420. Actually, that goes up in accuracy, or up in range. Damage 70. 15 ton. Damage 50. 12 tons. Do we want to start with the obvious fucking... So that was 200, that was 300 missile damage with a ton of weight to mess around with still. So what can we do with LRMs? Let's say we just ran all the LRMs. Can downgrade its engine core to make it a little weaker. Can upgrade its gyro for some weight. It's got endo steel on. Could run ferrofibrous. This is pre-ammo. So it's not going to be able to run this. How much damage is it doing, by the way, if it could run this? These do 100. So this is 300 plus another 75. How do these work out in terms of efficiency? This is 100 damage for 10 tons. So it's a 10 to 1. This is a 75 for 7, more than a 10 to 1. How's heat? Heat's 18 here. Heat's 15 here, so a little less heat efficient on this. We're also going to cook ourselves with this, right? Heat goes... Heat's actually pretty low on LRMs. It's 36. We're cooking 60 around. This is 36. It's 54. Is... I mean, we could probably support 3 LRM launchers, realistically. Or like 4 something else, maybe. I don't really want to run this boat. I already have this boat twice. It's pretty unexciting to me. We could retire the spider and make the spider I think spider into a flamer boat. Maybe it has all the Omni parts to it. We can get the MRM launcher back, so let's... If we wanted to try to pull that off the Linebreaker. Linebreaker does have other weapon slots, although not... I mean, you could get an autocannon on this, right? That's kind of starting to get interesting. What if we drop the missile mounting? Why is that on this guy? Is this something that comes off? Dude, this is what happens when you like fit like so like over so much time. You forget about shit. We can get a recoil plus here, which is super valuable on other guys. I totally forgot I had this. This would be very good on the Centurion, for example. So we could either consider making the Linebreaker into a medium range weapon. Okay. We're doing fitting today, huh? All right, I need more coffee. I'll be back in a second. All right. So what is the downside of tweaking this thing? Cost. Cost and time, right? And what's the upside of tweaking it? We get really, really nasty catapult, close range catapult, and we get to do some other good things on this guy. Like what? So these two arm mounts are a little bit exciting. And maybe also either the support mount might be interesting too. Could this be our double AC mid-range brawler? There's no way this is going to have the weight to support that, right? This is 10 tons coming off. This is 3 tons. This is 4 tons. So that's 17 tons coming off. Don't need the ammo here. We will need some ammo, but maybe those are just like a wash. Could we transfer the Master's C3 to somebody else now? Maybe. It's running a Gyro XL and a Engine XL. Endo steel and ferrofibrous. We're not getting much more weight back than this. This is about it. So 2 questions then. The first is, can we do our 240 range autocannon, which I'm interested in. That's exciting. I mean, okay. Where's the built-in case stuff? It's on an arm. We ended up putting both arms on the other guy, right? These are both 4 recoil. How's the heat with something like this? And 18. It doesn't even fucking generate heat, man. That's pretty nice. So it's ammo. So it only runs 5 shots. And why is this thing any good? Fire slug cluster ammo if we could buy cluster ammo. So let's say we lived with this. Can also potentially get some patchwork on there. We have a clan ferrofibrous if we need to. So we've got a little weight to play with. Let's actually see about getting ammo on it. So let's say we wanted 2 rounds of LBX-20. I know we don't have 2 rounds yet, but let's say we wanted 2 rounds eventually. And then we need a case on this because that will kill us if it blows up. I don't know if I'm going to do guide videos or not. If I keep playing it, the answer will be yes. If I stop playing it today because it gets too easy, the answer will probably be no, but I'll probably do a recap video. The game has been very fun so far, but I worry about how difficult it will remain. Although we did up a bunch of stuff today. So this is the mid-range autocannon boat that we were dreaming of with autocannon mounted arms. And we get the accuracy off lower arm, right? Yeah. Move the headgear around. Seems pretty good. It's like, I'm not sure it's better than the Centurion. The Centurion gets double shot with an AC already. This is going to be 2 shots with an AC. It's a little bit better range. It would be nice to get some more I mean, I guess we could look. Are there cluster rounds for the 20s? I don't really want cluster rounds for the 20s, but need ammo. No. Okay. So the armor is basically maxed already, so we don't have to worry about that. Becomes a little bit nicer. The movement's still fine. The heat's plenty good. Jump jets are fine. ECM is fine on this. This basically works. We just do something like that into a patchwork. Could put the case on the other side, for example. Gotta find half a ton, but we can find half a ton for more slug ammo later. Okay, this could be clan Guardian ECM. Gives us that half ton back. And then just like a very small amount of tweaking of ammo gives us this. That looks pretty fucking good. We'll tweak the headgear to match the actual stuff being mounted on here. Yeah, exactly. We get the, so Scott, that's what we end up doing, right? We get a double autocannon line breaker into a MRM catapult. All right, so the only cost that I'm seeing on this, besides of course actual financial cost, is then the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of not fitting something else. And the things that I'm thinking about when I talk about that are the other weapons, the Gauss. Could we do better running this as like a mid-range Gauss thing? I mean, this damage is just really hard to beat. I have, I believe I have ABX. Well, we can check, but I don't think so. I don't think I have 20 cluster. LBX 10 cluster. I think we passed on buying the cluster. Okay. But so the other thing would be, how good are these things, the Gauss? And anything else of that, roughly that range we want to mess around with. There's also the plasma cannon stuff. Could we make this into our heater? This is a laser mount. Get one on the arm. Oh man, okay. All right. So I like the idea of an SRM catapult because we already have two long-range weapons system. We got the fucking 45, we have the Spider, and we have the new Marauder. Marauder? No, Heliopolis. So I don't really want to make the catapult into an LRM. So the catapult doing something unique would be nice, and being an MRM boat's pretty nice. It's a heavier, that becomes an upgrade for our front line, as well as an upgrade on damage. So then it becomes, well, what do we do with the line breaker to get the heavy MRM off the line breaker? And there's three options, it seems to be. We can do something mid-rangey, mid-range with Gauss and or the like LBX 5s or something. I don't think we have ammo for the LBX 5 still. Or we can do, so that's one. Two, we can try to do the heat mech. We do want a heat mech for capturing. It might be very powerful to get one of those going. Or three, we can do, I don't know. The Gauss. Or three, we can build the autocannon build, which we're looking at here. So we really need to take a look at what those are going to be. This is basically the autocannon build right here. And that's a 7-day refit, 250K. We get to take two things out of our two tools that we have accessible to us, the ACs that we're not using, and use them. And the Centurion's been good. Better than expected. So this becomes like a better Centurion, essentially. Or maybe roughly equal, because that cannon multi-firing is really powerful. So maybe this is roughly equal to that. I'm not sure. So that's the one. So that's fine. If we then take a look at, well, what can we do if we make it into Gauss? Can we get something, a happy medium? Is this a heavy enough mech to really be fitting mid-range autocannon style equipment? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, and then do we have enough flamers to make a flamer do something? That's also interesting to us. So we're stripping the MRMs, stripping the SRMs, stripping this PPC not being used is also kind of a hit to us. This PPC is very good, but it needs a better pilot skill. And I've been running the rookies in this mech recently and not been able to use that PPC to its full effect. This might be able to replace a snub nose PPC, for example, on the other mech. I gotta look at its heat, etc. But we'll worry about that later. But let's get this down to what we're gonna do with this mech. So we strip this down, which is basically what it strips down to. We don't have the rotary AC, if I remember correctly. Not that I remember where that ammo's stored, because it has too many names. No. Well, we don't have light rotary AC, so we still can't use those light rotary weapons. We have now Gauss and light Gauss. I'm pretty sure we have ammo for both. Yeah. Light Gauss double, ammo Gauss double. So we do have plenty of ammo for the Gauss stuff if we want to build that. So we should at least look at the kind of damage numbers we're getting with that. We know what we're getting with the double AC-20s. We're getting 200 points of damage that hits a single spot and is highly beneficial to have called shots on that. And does really, really good just like picking them apart kind of damage at 240 is not even that bad for optimal. Quite a bit better than the optimal we were at with the Centurion, which is like 180 or something. So it's like 2 more tiles, which is pretty good. So throwing this shit on, I'm not sure this boat is heavy enough to support this. Okay, we don't have enough slots for, this is the Gauss. What's the light Gauss? So this weapon range is 360. It's a mid-range, kind of like the Snubnose PPC range. It's doing 70 damage, which is pretty unexciting compared to the, I mean, I guess we get one more on there. Can fit that. It's already overweight before ammo. May not be heavy enough for this, honestly. So this would be 100 damage. Oops, I keep doing the same thing. There's the light. That's 100 damage. We have a very small amount of weight to play with. Almost nothing, really. We can't go down in weight anywhere in here. So I don't think this is going to fit on this guy. So I think this is still not a weapon system we can utilize on the line breaker, but that's a very nice sanity check to see that we can't do a Gauss one on this, really. Not and get anywhere near the damage we're getting with the other builds. So let's take a look at the final kind of option we have for this, which is the heat build. So I haven't messed with these yet. What do they weigh? 6. They are an energy weapon, apparently. What other heat kind of weapons do we have? We actually do have heavy flamers. What are heavy flamers attached to? Are they energy? Considered an energy weapon. So really, we don't have quite enough energy weapon mounts. But let's say we ran something like this. What's the optimal on this? 90. Ew. What's the optimal on the plasma cannon? 240. It's a little bit better. That's the autocannon style range of stuff. It'd be really nice to have one more plasma cannon. Do we have heat ammo of any sort? There might be some like SRM heat ammo. Maybe we can get another weapon system or two at this rough range. Streak SRM, SRM half, MRM half. What is thunder? Doesn't look like there's a lot of ammo to help us out here. So that's pretty much not going to change. So do we have any other heat-based systems that we can do? Ammo-wise, none of these are heat. None of those are heat. I tend to sell heat-based ammo because it's not been useful to us up till now. We only have one set of plasma ammo, which is 10 shots. We get 5 rounds of heat. That's probably fine if we were to use that. So then the question is, can we take advantage of these flamers? I think the answer is still probably no. I think we're a little far out on the mobility of this guy will be great, okay, but not amazing. We'd run something like that. What if we can only hit 3 flame weapons? So how much heat is this causing? 80 and another 20 for 100